to get the heck, no, I mean leave the room and continue the conversation out there. So anyone who's having a conversation, I would respectfully ask you to stop right now, or please leave. And that's cool if you don't want to be part of this. Honestly, I'm not going to be too upset, just a little. So I want to welcome you, and I want to say once again how much I appreciate Prasad and Rahul and Tim, the drummers. And I also want to thank Anita and Sarah for making this space available. This is their space. Thank you. I'd like to thank Parvati, who just suddenly, was able to stand up and sing. And I'd also like to thank Jeffrey Kahane. Where are you? You know the buttons you've got? That's him. That's this guy. And give him a hand, because he is an incredibly generous, elegant man. He's also doing an initiative around 11.11, and just beautiful. Thank you. Thank you. So thank you to everybody. So those buttons, that's the happy face. Do you have one? I'd like to tell you a story. I'm going to once again respectfully ask, if you don't want to hear it, then leave the room. It's a good story. It's a good story. About 2 years ago, my daughter in San Francisco, close to San Francisco, gave birth to twin babies 2.5 months early. And they were in ICU, they were on death's door, they were hooked up, they were really sick. When one of the babies, Jacob, who is the sickest, when he was about 4 months old, or not even 3 months old, the doctor called my daughter and I into the room. The room where babies go to die, the room where it's the worst news you could ever imagine getting. And we walked into the room, and the doctor said, your baby has really severe brain damage, really severe. And my daughter got up, and I guess she called her husband, I don't even know what she did. She got up and left the room. And I sat across from this doctor, this beautiful being who had tears in her eyes. And I said, how bad is it? And she said, really bad. I said, like wheelchair bad? Like, how bad? And she looked at me and she said, catastrophic. He will not even be able to be in a wheelchair. So, I didn't say anything. I didn't say a word. I kept this information, and I did what any Jewish middle class yogini grandmother would do. First I shocked. Then I got on the computer, and most of you who know me know that this is not an easy feat. I am really a Luddite. And I emailed the Druids, I knew the shamans, I knew the Christians, I emailed people and the imams in Afghanistan. I had people all over the world, and many of you are in this room, who stepped up and said, no, no, no. I didn't say the word catastrophic. I said, we need help. So, we had people everywhere, including my cousin Izzy, who said, when can I stop? I said, never. He asked me recently. 2 years later. So, I went to Mexico, and I met these amazing people in this remote village who actually knew me. One of their cousins was I know, it's crazy, was my yoga student. And I said, can you do some work? They're healers. These people are amazing healers. And they said, we see sparkles in his brain. I don't know what this is. We see sparkles. When I got back, the doctor said, we're seeing sparkles in his brain. We've never seen anything like this. We're going to send the x-rays all over, and they sent them to every medical school that you could think of. And nobody could figure out what these sparkles were, but we know, don't we? Don't we know what those sparkles were? Yeah. Jacob is walking. Hallelujah. I don't want to take all the credit, but, he's walking. He is healthy. He is beautiful. He is willful. He is an incredible child. And about when I was there recently, I told my daughter, I said, well, now I can tell you about the catastrophic. I never told anybody, and I'm now telling my friends, catastrophic. So, having said that, the reason we're here is because I, and many of you know, what we can do. As Prasad says, we can change the world. So I have this beautiful crystal that was given to me by my Lama. It sat on his altar for 20 years. And he said, when you need some power, you use this. So here it is. And I so thank you all for being part of this evening. And let's continue this. Don't just, like, when you leave here, remember what it was like dancing with a stranger. And remember what this is about. And look at what Jeff is doing. And at 11:11, tune in and meditate and kiss somebody, hug somebody, feel good, whatever it is, just do it, because we can change the world. No longer. Anyways, I would like to introduce the very handsome and talented Darren Hall, who will take us through a heart-centered meditation to get us ready, in case you're not ready, and the beautiful and talented Hilary Bowery, who will then take us through the real heart-centered meditation. So please join in. We can change the world. Thank you, everybody.